Are you ready for this massive bombshell? Well, it's no secret that Bill Burr is a force of comedy who's mainly known for his unapologetic no-filter style, but he took it to a whole new level when he put the woke left on the spot as he went on Jimmy Kimmel's show. Before I show you what he said, make sure to subscribe for more discussions just like this.
Like, you want to see a great case thing on, like, narcissism. Liberals are so stupid the way that they handle Trump.
What do you mean?
You should shut up. He's a narcissist. Neutral energy.
Yeah. You think he'd go away if
you know what I think he was? I think he was a one-hit wonder. Right? He wrote The Twist. And then that was it. He was on the casino circuit, and then you idiot liberals wrote him Twist again when you indicted him. And now he's a martyr.
And now
he's coming back, Jimmy.
The peppermint twist is back.
He's coming back. It's going to be great for comedy. He's coming back.
It's a funny and an ironic twist of fate because the very people who claim to despise Donald Trump are the ones who catapulted him to even greater fame. Through relentless media coverage, investigations, and legal allegations, those on the left have arguably made Trump a household name even more than he could have ever imagined. Before his political career, Trump was already a media figure, known for his real estate empire, The Apprentice, and occasional controversial moment. But his fame skyrocketed to unprecedented levels during and after his presidency, largely due to the constant attention from the politicians, activists, and media outlets on the left. You see, every allegation, every investigation, and every lawsuit against Trump, no matter how serious or trivial, is covered extensively in the media. I still remember the days where the MSM would dedicate hours discussing his tweets back when he was president. While their goal is to tarnish his reputation, they only keep him in the spotlight, fueling the sense of a larger-than-life figure. And for Trump, the saying, "There's no such thing as bad publicity," has never been truer. By consistently focusing on Trump's controversies, lefties have only kept him relevant, but have helped solidify his base of support. To many of his supporters, these allegations are proof that he is an outsider, unfairly targeted by the political establishment. Each new cause or allegation only adds fuel to the narrative that Trump is being persecuted, which rallies his base even more.
These are honestly going to be our two choices, because I really try to, with each thing, to try to be like, figure out who I'm going to, but I mean, it's got to be, I want somebody in their 40s, somebody that's going to have to live with their decisions. I don't want, like, with any luck, they'll both die of natural causes before the election. And maybe you could get somebody that still has something to live for.
Wow. This year, you're not going to get a visit from Santa, but you are going to get a visit from the Secret Service.
Why? I said die peacefully.
Oh, you did? I didn't hear peacefully.
I did. Oh, and then you threw that in.
I must have thrown that in, yeah. Bill Burr is here. He means no harm.
To add a bit of context, this interview was back in December of 2023 when the presidential race was between Trump and Biden, but I have to say that age alone should never be the deciding factor when considering someone for the presidency. Just because a candidate might be older doesn't mean that they are unfit for the job. In fact, many old leaders have proven to be more than capable of handling the rigors of political office, like Ronald Reagan. What really matters are policies, mental sharpness, and physical well-being, not simply the number of years they've lived. When it comes to governing a nation, experience and wisdom are invaluable assets. An older candidate might bring decades of political or professional experience, providing them with a broader perspective on both domestic and global issues. Rather than focusing solely on age, we should evaluate their vision for the future, their ability to make sound decisions, and their policies that will shape the direction of the country. Of course, mental sharpness and physical health are critical factors as well, especially for the demanding role of president. A candidate, regardless of age, must demonstrate the cognitive ability to process complex information, think critically, and articulate their ideas effectively. It's important to remember that younger candidates aren't immune to health issues or cognitive decline either. I think an older candidate with clear policies and a solid track record of effectiveness who demonstrates both physical and mental wellness could very well be the first person for the job. In the end, it's about the ideas they bring to the table and their ability to lead, not just the date on their birth certificate. Getting back to the topic of the video, Bill had more to say about the so-called activism Hollywood likes to demonstrate in another interview. Watch his reaction next.
People in Hollywood think that you just put a BLM sign in the window and that means, you're like a saint. And it's like, you haven't done anything. What you basically did was appeased your sense of responsibility. What are you talking about? I put a sign in the window. I'm on the right side of history. Or my favorite one was white people marching in BLM marches, filming themselves or Instagram. Like, look what a great person I am. So it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. Human beings are interesting.
That is absolutely true. Hollywood has become a breeding ground for virtue signaling, where celebrities regularly speak out on social and political issues, often with little understanding of the topics that they are championing. The problem isn't that these celebrities are advocating for social causes, it's that many of them appear disconnected from the real world. They talk about issues like inequality, yet they exist in an elite bubble, unaware of the complexities that affect working class people. When actors make blanket statements about serious issues without real knowledge or involvement, it always feels like a performative gesture rather than a genuine call for change. They can speak about fighting for the little guy while being shielded by their wealth and status. What is worse is that virtue signaling in Hollywood has become an industry in itself. A movie or TV show's success nowadays hinges on how well it aligns with progressive social values, even if that alignment feels forced. Instead of creating thoughtful content that sparks genuine dialogue, Hollywood too often sacrifices nuance in favor of ticking boxes on the latest trending issues. Bill was so fed up with this that he blasted through the woke phenomenon during his SNL monologue.
I gotta tell you, the way white women somehow hijack the woke movement, generals around the world should be analyzing this. Just to refresh your memory, the woke movement was supposed to be about people of color not getting opportunities, the at-bats that they deserved, finally making that happen. And it was about that for about 8 seconds. And then somehow, white women swung their Gucci-booted feet over the fence of oppression and stuck themselves at the front of the line. I don't know how they did it. I've never heard so much complaining in my life from white women. My life is so hard with my SUV and my heated seats. You have no idea what it's like to be me.
Let's be honest, we all know people like the ones Bill just described. What's hilarious is that this co-opting of woke culture by the privileged is easy to spot, especially when celebrities and social media influencers who enjoy lives of luxury and comfort make themselves the face of social justice movements, giving impassioned speeches or making performative posts online. While these actions may garner attention, they lack sincerity and substance. What's even more frustrating is that these individuals usually don't face these struggles that they claim to represent, but by adopting the woke language, they align themselves with a cause, gaining validation from their fan bases without ever truly contributing to change. For example, you'll see millionaires with enormous platforms taking to Twitter or Instagram portraying themselves as champions of the downtrodden. In reality, many of them are far removed from the very issues they claim to care about. They turn these movements into a personal brand, using woke terminology to boost their popularity and avoid criticism, while contributing little to the actual fight for social justice. This has turned what was once a powerful force to positive change into something that's often shallow and really self-serving. Instead of amplifying marginalized voices, the spotlight is shifted to those who need it the least, undermining the entire purpose. In the end, it becomes more about virtue signaling for personal gain than about driving any meaningful societal progress. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think Bill was spot on with his criticism? Let's get the conversation rolling in the comments down below.